All right, welcome back to episode 6 of Project Crit. Last we left off, we had our incredible heroes who have just found themselves in some kind of a scuffle inside of the core wood.
A scuffle?
Yes. There, creatures of blight and twisted root came up and assaulted our party, where after some blows back and forth, the swinging of blades, the falling of the enemy, and a brief conversation between you and one of these blighted creatures, the battle came to an end, leaving nothing but quiet and stillness over the area. The core wood still creaking around you, reminding you there's no time for safety, nor any time for rest. As you guys kind of reconvene and gather, what you will do. You are still up on the roof. The rest of you are kind of like all kind of in the same area, but not together.
As Arya kind of like shrinks from, her rage wearing off, she's probably going to like try to take a step towards everybody else. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time she's experienced any level of the blight. So she just falls to her knees.
Yeah, you
like her dropping her halberd on the way in order to catch herself. Like
as you kind of fall, the ground beneath you, you almost expect to be a little squishy because like tendrils generally remind you of like octopuses, and those are, a little squish, have a little give to them. Here though, with the blight having absorbed so much stone and bark and pieces of forgotten wood, it's actually got a kind of a bit of a scratchy, rough texture on top. So as you fall, you scrape your knee and land there and just go directly into a prayer. What does that sound like for Arya?
When Arya prays, it's generally like especially because now she's been inflicted with the blight, mm-hmm. right? It's I'm sorry I could not fit the mold that was necessary. Mm-hmm. Please continue to guide my path until I am out of the way. And if my time to be purged has come, I request that you make it quick.
How's Arya looking right now?
Technically, she's not visibly wounded.
But she looked bad.
There's some visible injury. Even if you're not visibly wounded, you got a few cuts,
she's like,
bruises. You saw her stumbling.
Yeah, Natalia will kind of like see this and be kind of like, ooh, big one's not supposed to go down. And so she's going to kind of cautiously approach, waiting till Arya's done with her prayer. And I'm going to cast Healing Word at the 2nd level.
Cast that. I think you had also mentioned briefly on break that you wanted to go ahead and heal Pygmaeus a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you you have cure wounds? Okay.
Oh gosh, that's
so
not...
you go over to Pygmaeus, I assume. What does it look like for you to cure wounds? I don't know if you've seen that.
When Kai casts Cure Wounds, and not through Gusti, what happens is his offhand Chris dagger, which the blade was made from meteorite, and so the pattern of it looks like sea foam crashing into the beach. And it is a wavy blade. The waves begin to move slowly and it accelerates before it transmutes into a syringe.
Yep.
And then he just casts Cure Wounds by...
Cure Wounds?
Oh my goodness.
Go and roll for the healing.
Who should ask for...
As you're rolling for
me
that,
first.
Valdove, up on top of this roof, having seen this creature scared off, all of it comes kind of crashing into your psyche. Everything you've just absorbed, the tongues that lets you kind of understand them to some degree, but more so than anything, the realization that you just witnessed for the first time a creature of blight, to some degree, regain awareness, regain some level of humanity, before it was clawed back by the blight and left before it could be retaken. You hadn't thought about it much. When you think about the blight, when most people think about getting rid of it, they think of burning it away. As Arya kind of said, purging it. But now it doesn't seem so simple.
Yeah, I think, she sits down for a second and is jotting down everything she heard in her notebook, which I did last session.
Yeah.
And she's considering a lot of things. Mm-hmm. The combination of the magic that was supposed to knit together, the notion that someone brought the blight forward to help, mm-hmm. They were supposed to heal, the overarching structure of the blight being this thing that spreads and grabs and holds, as opposed to something that breaks and tears in most cases. Now, it does inevitably break and tear, but it holds things together, holds life together. It makes new things. And the notion that even under the blight, there seems to be some level of consciousness, as if, and she thinks back especially to all of those, like, the blighted bodies that had their lives ended before the blight could truly take them. And truly the horrifying realization that at some level, that was maybe the most humane way for them to go, because it would have been, for a real world example, it would have felt like locked-in syndrome, where you are watching all these things happen and experiencing them, and you can do nothing about it.
So as you sit there pondering, the rest of your party kind of just a little bit off. Most of them like healing each other some form or another.
How much healing?
8.
How much healing?
Okay.
I'm gonna learn
13.
math by the end of this, I swear.
So as you see everything around you still up on the roof, the creaking of the core wood, as well as this constant low that just kind of emanates in all directions around you, reminds you that there's no time for rest, at least not here.
Okay, so the low sound that emanates, does that to me register as the faint echoes of that same prayer that had been heard? Okay, so that's like not helpful, but like it is helpful. She's writing it down word for word now, but it is like, she does, once she's finished writing down everything she heard and whatever, she hops down and walks up to the rest of the party, and seeing just how bad Pygmaeus is, she is going to cast her 4th level Remove Curse.
You cast the 4th level Remove Curse. As that emanates out towards you, you smell a overwhelming scent of sage. It is almost maddening how strong it is. It's all you can smell. It's all you can think about. It's taking over your head. And then when the Remove Curse hits you, you feel it all kind of melt away and fade as you go back down to level 2 Blight.
I think in reaction to that, Pygmaeus understands that this new development is from the blight, and the fact that he smells sage from his comrades is not really sure how to interpret that, but he understands that the smell that reminded him of his mother is fading away, and he, under his breath, whispers, "Goodbye."
Oh.
You whisper goodbye, kind of standing there solemnly, giving a moment to kind of soak it in. And your party is all gathered together, rope in at least some of y'all's hands.
As Natalia watches that, she's gonna say, right, I should probably get that out of the way before moving on. Let's see if I remember how to do this. And Natalia's gonna cast Remove Curse at the 3rd level on herself.
Okay.
And she's gonna have a hand on her chin and on her chest, and as she casts it, it kind of almost like hurts herself to cast it, but it works all the same. Like silvery moonlight is emanating from her palms as she does.
You go back down to level 1 or level
0
Blight, as the Remove Curse kind of settles into your body, cleansing part of it away, allowing you to breathe a sigh of relief, having gone back down to no blight.
Now, question: when she was casting during the fight, and all the creatures were like attracted to her every time she casted, did she notice that?
I would say she did.
Okay.
Especially with your high pass perception.
All right. So then after that, she's gonna kind of stretch a little bit. Right. Well, we should probably get moving. These things seem to be attracted to magic.
I think, having seen what is clearly a Remove Curse being cast upon herself by Natalia, Valdov is going to very pointedly and very angrily stare at Natalia, and just kind of under her breath, "You could do that the whole time?"
Excuse me?
I'm asking you if you could do that the whole time.
Well, not until yesterday. I had to re-up my study on it, but I saw you casting it, and I figured it'd probably come in handy.
Right, so, okay. You have this spell, and your first thought is to use it on yourself as opposed to one of our worse off party members?
What use am I for casting if I'm not casting well?
What use are you to fighting if you're going to only attract more blight?
What use am I to fighting if I can't hit anything?
And she is going to walk away over to Arya and say, "Uppies, please." She's gonna be like,
Hold on. You could have done that.
Well,
hold on. It's my. Whoa. I called dibs.
So-
what do you mean?
Can I rest in your
Can
arms?
I rest in your arms?
Arya, if you give me an athletics check, you can probably carry both.
Repeatedly, or
But she has.
I am blighted,
She's blighted.
so I have disadvantage.
Well, so I would say because you're hanging on the back, and then she'd have to carry you in her arms. You could do both an athletics check.
Okay.
He has a
Otherwise-
donkey.
okay.
He also does.
I'll do what I wanted to do.
hold
the
up,
whole
hold up.
time.
You could ride the donkey.
I will say your rage does last for 10 minutes, and you could use your bonus action to keep it active every round.
I only have.
Like 5 charges. That's not worth
But
it.
I already let it go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd have to use another charge. And I
Gotcha.
only have 4.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll whip it out. Whoa, hold on. Wait.
So you pull out your bag of tricks.
Yes, whip out my bag of tricks, of course. Pygmaeus reaches in and what looks like a small little fuzzy ball. He throws it and it turns into a orange and black striped tiger. And he says, "Well, I've got my ride. You can go uppies with her as much as you like."
So, Pygmaeus kind of climbs onto this straight up tiger that kind of like comes to and is a brilliant orange and black compared to almost everything around you all except for yourselves. So as you climb on, you guys see an orangutan with a staff riding a tiger.
And he's like, he uses the staff almost like a riding crop. He's like, "All right, come on, big boy." And he uses his bonus action to make sure that it follows his directions and commands.
So you have the tiger to ride on as you are picked up by Arya. No
Yeah.
roll needed. You have enough carrying capacity.
Yeah, Arya, very gently. Like, she's carried enough children in her days to make sure that Valdov is incredibly
Valdov
comfortable.
is like 5'4".
Yeah.
But that's with ears and everything. But you're relatively light, so you're picked up. You two, I assume, just walk alongside.
Kai is going to look at the mule and looks at this bird and is going to call on Pagusti and say, "Pagusti, do you mind if I were to take a ride on the back instead of you? You can just fly."
You hear Pagusti go, "But then I'm going to have to expend so much energy, and it's just so much work, guy."
Fuck off. And I try to let him
The bird like flies backwards and kind of up into the air. And he goes, "How rude!"
And then,
But you hop onto the mule.
the mule's gonna grapple me, but
You hop onto the mule as the bird kind of settles in, like just barely behind you, squeezing onto like the butt of the mule and wrapping its wings kind of around your waist a little bit. As you hop on, it seems like just you two will be walking right now. As Arya barefoot kind of starts stepping through this section of the forest, as well as Natalia following suit, the tiger kind of gingerly putting its paws onto the ground, moving over the different area or different sections. You guys start walking and getting out of the immediate war zone that you all have just left. Sections of the ground and of the foliage around you singed and burned away by where the fireball was. Marks left by the halberd dug into the ground. Remnants of what just transpired here. But honestly, the most poignant thing was only in your head.
I think as she's gratefully settling into Arya's arms, she's like, "Thank you so much. I'll be a lot more use if I can get a little rest, and I appreciate this." She takes a second, a beat really, and is like, "Man, do I even tell them? Like, this is disturbing." But as the prayer echoes in her ears for the rest of the spell, she can't ignore it. And she just kind of blurts out somewhere along the path. The blight is praying to itself.
I could hear it.
What do you mean you could hear it?
Well, I didn't know what they were saying, but I've heard it before.
That's a rather narcissistic thing to do, no?
No, it's not. I mean, you pray to yourself like quietly to yourself, not like it is praying to its own powers. I don't know what it's praying to.
I see.
What did you hear?
I'll read it to you directly. And she holds up her book. It's a little bit of a weird language, but here's my best translation. The knowledge to survive lead us in faith. In fate we trust, weaved in the stars. Bless the stones for the road ahead. The road to the heavens takes more than stones to build it. And anytime that we got rid of one, they kind of had a last breath, and every time they said, "In fate we trust, weaved in the stars." That was the last thing they'd say.
In fate we trust, weaved in the stars.
Mm-hmm.
What language were they speaking?
Celestial, but it was a weird type.
Probably really old is my guess. It's,
Archaic celestial?
yeah, something like that.
Could it be a riddle of some kind?
I think it's just a prayer.
You
In
said
faith
you
we trust, weaved in the stars. Perhaps a prophecy of some kind.
you said you recognized some of it, Arya?
The sounds, yeah. Have I heard this translation?
You've not heard this translation,
Okay.
but the very prayer that you say and that every single member of your faith says is some kind of modified form of this prayer.
Perhaps it is a riddle. Maybe if quizzes are quizzical, you know what I mean?
I don't, but that's all right. Well,
The main faiths or the main prayers that your faith say are all revolving around the idea of being lended faith, of reconnecting to the earth, blessing the path, blessing the stones ahead.
It is the very things that I was taught growing up. Well, not growing up, but more recently.
taught by who and why?
I grew up in a commune. It was a religious place.
Like a temple or
No, not quite. Sounds like.
Their faith is very frowned upon in Greyhawk.
oh,
What's their faith?
The faith of the reclaimed earth.
All of you give me a history check.
yeah. Hello.
Actually, I'll give you a religion check. Sorry, that's
Religion.
definitely it.
Hey! Oh, fuck. What the fuck is that? What?
Dude,
Of course, the non-clericy cleric gets an 8.
The least clear cleric.
The least clericy.
7, 8.
so you know how to be thieves.
I got an 8, but Pakusti is also gonna roll.
Can I roll history since I've interacted with Arya before?
No, this is religion.
Because I just like
5.
if we have been around.
So 8 for Kai, 14 for Pakusti.
So none of you all have heard about it, and it makes sense. It's a very close to the chest faith. They do not talk out much, not because they would not love to, but because it is very frowned upon. Borderline illegal. Gusti, though, well, he doesn't know exactly what they're talking about. You get this energy from him, this sense that, well, he doesn't know exactly what faith they may be. You hear in your head, I don't know, kid. I have these memories, but I can't quite piece them together. But people like this, they're always wishing, waiting for the end of the world. I'm not sure if it's the same thing, but we can be too cautious.
I think Kai is gonna do a bit of mental gymnastic on himself and recognize how useful Arya has been. Because without her, the big boy would have come after them.
Yep.
And so I think he'll keep that to himself, and instead he'll say, you know, I have run into a bunch of these sorts of mystery cults before, smaller religions, usually.
Arya does like.
Cult is not the right word, technically.
Okay, maybe it is a strange translation, but a cult is just a religion that's small. It's like a religion that is kept to itself. And that's,
There's just negative connotations for it in most of the
low-key
world.
underground indie religion.
We don't like to associate ourselves with the world.
I understand. A mystery then in that case.
Interesting.
But the idea is that the gods that are accepted among most major civilizations are not the only gods that are worshipped. The faiths that are believed are not the only faiths that are believed. These keep to themselves either because of legality or because the tenets themselves makes them believe that they need to be secret. May I ask, Arya? You don't have to disclose this, of course. Do your people believe the blight is something to be welcome?
It depends on who you ask. Because obviously everyone has a fear of death, right? Like that is their standard want to survive. But you know, the blight is this. It is a punishment.
That's interesting because okay, a little bit of backstory. I was talking to the blight when I was up there on that roof. One of them came up there, chased me, but I got him talking first.
Talking to it.
Yeah, it was a last-ditch effort. I don't really have any close-up weapons. I got a bow, I got a spear. That's all I got. Pretty much all my cantrips are
It truly is
range.
intelligent.
Well, maybe not. It seemed more like the person that the blight had afflicted was speaking to me, with perhaps the knowledge of the blight. But it wasn't the blight didn't want him talking to me. But I asked it, you know, I said, I asked him who it was. And it said, and I wrote this down, it said, the beginning of the end and the start of tomorrow. And then I asked it how it got here. You know, like, did it find its way through a plane? Did it get brought here? And because that'd be the worst, right? You know, if someone brought this on purpose. I mean, 20 plus years of straight up carnage and devastation. Most of the world lives in one city. And it said, and this is direct, it said, he brought us forward to help. We were supposed to heal.
He.
Yeah, I didn't get an answer on who that was yet.
The god within the earth.
I think Kai, when
Who's
she
the
spoke,
god within the earth?
We do not give them a name, but they reside under our feet.
And is that who you worship?
As that is happening,
yeah, Kai, when she says that the person underneath begins to speak with her, I think he immediately shuts up. He doesn't say anything, but telepathically, I think he tells Gusti, you might still be back. There might be a way. Now, obviously, I prefer you in this body, but if you want to go back to your human body, we could revive you.
I mean, this is all I've known for a time. I'm not sure, Kai.
And then he
What
goes,
if it's dangerous?
he kind of sits back down and says, why are you always complaining? This is a gift. You could just take it, you know, just say yes. We'd be
see-
done with.
Gusti kind of looks away and is taking some time to think. So, all these conversations are happening as you guys are moving, not at a lightning pace, but by no means kind of jogging along. You guys are pretty briskly trying to get out of the core wood as fast as possible. So as these conversations are happening, I also need someone to roll me a survival check. You guys do get advantage because a course has been plotted by navigators' tools. So keep that in mind.
May I do it?
Who's got
can,
good
yeah.
survival?
Does me being on a tiger give me some kind of
No.
You already
You
have
already have
advantage.
advantage
what?
because of navigators' tools that lay a path out for you.
Oh hell yeah! What the hell?
I'm
So it
gonna
is one even roll.
guidance you as well, Nawa.
Thank you.
Just to be cautious.
So roll a d20 and a d4.
Oh, this is the
Because the
advantage.
disadvantage cancels out. So roll and then roll a d4 and you get to add that.
I see. Hell yeah! That was a 19.
19 is pretty good. On top of the tiger, looking at
Actually, forgot to add my modifier. +7.
even better, 26.
Yeah.
So on top of your tiger, not having to worry about walking and avoiding obstacles and looking at a map where Kai has already used navigator's tools to chart out a course, you actually managed to kind of trace where you guys are based off of these kind of like vague landmarks and realize that you guys actually aren't too far from an exit of the core woods. Not close, but maybe only 2 to 3 hours out. And considering you guys are about an hour and a half into the core wood, I mean, you guys only have a little bit more of journey before you're not safe, but you're at least out of this densely thicketed part and then getting close to the mines. So you guys continue walking and talking, having just kind of discussed faith as well as Valdo dropping quite a few big things on the group.
Now, don't misunderstand me when I say that it was the person underneath the blight talking to me. I realize I phrased that a little weird. It was... She kind of takes a second to remember everything. I mean, she was a little hyper freaked out about this, but she's trying to remember every detail of how it looked. And if I'm not mistaken, it was still a corpse under the blight talking to her.
It was like as if a body had been not like left to rot, but more so just kind of put in a place and covered by the blight. Mm-hmm. It didn't look like a corpse. It looked like someone who had just been like out in the wilderness for a long time.
Okay, so it doesn't look dead, but there's probably no way it survived.
Yes.
Okay. The bodies, for the most part, at this stage, that from what I can tell, this one at least, pretty well preserved. They're not living, as far as I can tell. I mean, I've seen people die from the blight just outside the walls. You know, you go out there as a field researcher, you watch. It takes them, it fills up their bodies. I suppose it's puppeting them like puppets. But there's that level of remnant, like an echo more than a consciousness.
So they're not alive, and they're definitely not dead.
Well, of course they are not. They have to preserve what is left for the next world to build off of.
Preserve, I agree with. Next world, I'm not... Well, I would say I'm not so sure of, but now I don't know.
They are not dead in the sense that could they be healed or turned back?
You're not sure.
I don't know.
Well, they're not undead either.
They are not, that is true. I can say this much. That magic that we found, that I looked at, was thankfully not what I thought it was going to be. That stuff we found around Kai and that would have, at the level I just healed you from, gone around you, Pygmaeus, those runes.
Huh? Gonorrhea?
Runes.
Oh.
They kind of work like a glyph of warden, but not really. They don't store a spell, they store energy. Here in the core wood, I guess there's a lot of it, so it's a kind of energy, I suppose, that's coming from the blight. And it's like to hold it together to something. Like, but we've seen those tree things we just fought. Those are held together by that same, I think, level of rune, but not the same kind of thing all the time. So it's putting it together, but putting it together wrong.
So it's not living, it's not dead, and it's not undead. There's only one state left. It is dying, but constantly being kept awake in life. You know, yes, I heard stories of from a wandering scholar once in a ship. He told me of a type of fungus that lives in the deep woods. It latches into ants and keeps them alive. Not alive, obviously. Preserves the dying part of it so that it's constantly can be puppeteered and the likes. No, reminds me a lot of the blights, but I hope whatever it is, it's not fungi, because I absolutely hate mushrooms. Tastes awful.
This reminds me
You
of something.
said it was a archaic celestial?
Yeah, some kind.
I don't feel like mushrooms would speak that.
I mean, you'd be surprised. I
Well,
don't
they
know.
said somebody brought it.
As you guys are walking, the area around you still heavily kind of cursed and absolutely mauled by the sections of the curse that fall here. Igmaeus kind of leading a little bit of the way with the map and riding on the back of your tiger. You're looking out, trying to keep track of your path and doing a pretty good job, especially with the 26 survival. And you notice just faintly in the dirt, somewhat covered in blight, a dagger that has kind of fallen and embedded itself in the ground. As you continue moving and you get close to it, up ahead you see a backpack, partially open, contents spilled out.
Oh gosh.
Is there anything salvageable?
What
You
content?
look inside
That's
of it.
worth anything?
You look inside of it. You find 50 feet of rope. You find
You
a
touched
water
it?
canteen that is long dry. And you find a vial of sand with the silver and lead mixed in.
This reminds me of something. When I was but a young babe, there used to be these ants, and this fungus would take control of them,
All right. Yeah, we got there.
and they would keep them alive. And I believe
Motherfucker, were you the scholar that was telling me that ship?
what?
May seems a little out of it at the moment as the play is racking his brain, but all of you do start seeing the same things Pygmaeus is seeing of the dagger in the ground, the backpack with contents spilled out, as well as up ahead you see what kind of looks like a half-ripped cloak that is hanging on a branch,
Oh.
swaying in the wind.
What color? What does it look like?
It's just this kind of tattered dark green cloak. What maybe would have been something around the neck that has a hood to pull up, this time is instead partially ripped down the back and just kind of barely clinging on by the tip of its hood.
Did you ever tell
Does
us?
this look old or does it look like new?
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Does it look like what you
You may
described
also give me an investigation check.
on the woman that was on the back of the horse?
For the sake of my spell, how long has it been since I cast it, roughly?
Probably, at this point you guys have been walking for a little bit, maybe about 30 minutes.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
That's
Mainly just hearing the color green. Me as the player, I want to know if it looks like it's been there for a while or if it looks new or if I recognize.
That's a 4 for a 14. I think Kai instead is trying to figure out if this looks like the stuff that a seasoned adventurer would wear, or if it's something that like more of a researcher would wear, I guess.
You both look. And Kai, we'll start with you. With the 14, looking at the equipment, the dagger, the backpack, the cloak ripped, it looks like the equipment of some kind of adventurer, though it's hard to tell maybe like what kind kind of level or tier they'd be at. The contents here are pretty vague, and it actually looks like not everything was dropped. It looks like things were in haste pulled from the backpack before it was dumped. You also notice that the cloak is hanging in such a way where like it looks like it got snagged on something and that caused the rip. And instead of kind of instead of trying to get uncaught, they just threw it off and kept running. You, Natalia, on the other hand, with a non-nat 20, look at it. It looks relatively old, but not like decades.
Okay.
It looks like it's been there. It's hard to tell at a certain point. It's just really messed up and it's hard to get age. But I'd say based off of that non-nat 20, you can tell it's been here probably a few years, maybe. It's hard. You know it's been here at least longer than a couple months to a year.
You just said green, and I remember Aurora wearing a green coat, and I was like,
No. It also
steal it.
does not look like the cloak of the woman that you guys saw riding in earlier.
okay.
However,
time-
on a non-nat 20, when you're looking at this stuff, and you're kind of sifting through the ground against your like best wishes, kind of like using your elbows and like bit of your weapons to push aside parts of the blighted vines,
Right.
you actually look down and see what looks like a area where stuff was dropped, like in haste as someone was running. Things scattered in almost a line, leaving a trail, but it's heading away in the opposite direction.
Like they were running from something and dropped things to run faster.
Almost, or like they maybe dropped things accidentally while trying to get away. But that stuff looks far older. Metal items that are covered in rust. What's left of paper is all but withered away. Pieces of leather and cloak that are scattered around are barely holding on by their threads. That stuff looks at least a decade old, if not older.
And is that stuff closer to blight?
That stuff is closer in like the direction you all are heading.
The last time someone probably came through here is when Finn sent out the last party, which was what, about 9 years ago?
Well, we don't know if he sent them out here. We just know that he sent them to do sand.
To do the roads, yeah.
They never said anything about coming to the tower or to the mountain.
On
Yeah,
this
because the
gear-
sand path wasn't done. That was getting the sand path to Elred.
Elred, yeah.
Yes.
On this gear, is there any kind of identifying information whatsoever? An insignia or some kind of thing that would tie it to someone?
Give me a history check as you look over this equipment. Yeah, I'd say history.
Oh my god, they're all D12s. Hello?
All D12s.
Oops, all
D12s.
How do you not have a single D20 ready?
No,
It's like I can see at least three.
yeah.
Was the funny part?
I roll new ones. I am not rolling my dice or the same one ever.
Okay, go
again.
ahead.
Can
You said
I roll a history?
you said a history, right?
Yeah.
So that is a 9 plus 4. That is a 13.
Gotta give it a roll. Can't drop it.
Okay.
Oh, it's random.
Valdov
anyway.
is not seeing all of the same things, but I'd like to make perchance a nature check to see if I can see what direction they're running. The angle of the drops, like was a person standing here taking things out or like running.
Okay, go and give me a
Running
nature
drop
check.
in.
Then.
It was
Okay.
supposed to be with disadvantage too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I will say, whenever Valdov asks, Arya will squat down so that Valdov can see things better and then pick her
no,
back
it's a
up.
13.
With 13, you don't really find anything out or anything noticeable or insignias. I will say the only other thing you see are like logos of companies that produce equipment, a dagger made by a certain blacksmith, a journal made by a certain leatherworking company, as well as a little bag, like almost a carrying satchel made by the Noxane family.
So, my nature check. What does a 29 tell me?
What doesn't it tell you? Holy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for real.
Actually.
A 29.
I've been waiting to roll a nature check all campaign, guys.
Nature looking around, looking at how things are scattered in this environment and knowing how typical environments like this, forests and stuff, would shift things over time or bury them, you can tell that not only has the different areas or like the different parts of the stuff's been scattered, not just by people, but by time, as things generally shift in the area. It was scattered in a way of like someone was digging through a bag trying to get something and rapidly was just throwing stuff out trying to get to it. That's why things are just thrown in every direction. And then at some point, seemingly, when they finally found the item, they just ditched the bag. It seemed like, based off of the scene that you're seeing and the way that it is kind of painted in the nature around you, it's pretty reminiscent of someone looking for one item, one thing, and when they got it, abandoning everything else in a very big haste.
Was that
Also,
vial
one second.
in the... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And also based off of the level of rust, based off of the mold and the like overgrowth and how much it's been covered or buried, you can actually tell almost to the year how long ago the stuff was lost. 20 years ago.
Ooh, okay. While doing this nature check, because I'm not going to look for super investigative things, I'm not investigating the items, just the circumstances. This forest obviously has remained rather weirdly untouched in that sort of, this has been blighted for a long time and things don't move in a blighted forest. Are there remaining foot imprints anywhere from anyone other than us?
With I'd say you don't necessarily spot them with your nature check, but Natalia, as you're kind of walking around and not necessarily pointing stuff out, but giving credence to areas that might be useful to investigate, spots a few that are very shallow, like almost completely gone by the kind of sands of time, but because of the odd preservation of this place, barely stand.
Because I'm just trying to figure out which direction they're running.
They were running out of the core wood towards what would have been out.
Okay.
Okay, so like the opposite.
Opposite direction that you
We
guys
are going in the direction they were
Exactly.
coming from.
And what's the item that's left in the bag?
Whatever they took that they were searching for is also gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
The vial was where again?
The vial of sand was amongst a different scattered bag nearby that was not as old.
Just because Valdev has seen it a bunch before and has been made suspicious by it, does she see Finn's seal on anything? The chance it survived 20 years is
not
bad,
that
but-
you can tell.
okay.
All the papers were like disintegrated too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the paper, even if it's been a relatively still environment, the paper just doesn't hold up that long.
Yeah.
Interesting. It seems as though they were looking for something quite precious. However, the only thing I can spot here that is that precious is that bottle of sand. And if that's not precious enough, then...
See, that's interesting, because that was my nature check.
Yeah, no, if you don't know any of that.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
I'm just talking shit. Sketch a moment.
So Valdo.
This is interesting. They, I don't think they were running from something, this bag, whoever owned this, as much as they were running to something. Presumably Elrid, based on the scattered of some of these objects, but from what I can tell, they were digging through this bag. She points to the, backpack. Mm-hmm. Just kind of throwing things out, looking for something. And either they found it or they were spooked, because the bag is empty and they took off and everything else is still here. And that was, based on my estimate, 20 years ago.
Wow. I mean, what I've found over here is also pretty old, but I mean, my estimate would be a decade, but I mean, if anybody was here, it probably would have been 20 years ago.
What I said earlier.
You guys,
Footprints. Are they booted? Shoed?
they seem shooed.
Shoot.
You guys continue walking, kind of passing that scene. Not much more to be gleaned from it. Going on for a while, making your way through the core wood, doing your best to stay out of harm's way, and being very cautious where you go, listening and out constantly. Can I get perception checks from everyone as you guys move through the core wood? And afterwards, we're going to make another blight save for the remaining time you guys spend in the core wood.
No advantage, by the way.
flat 10 for my perception check.
I guess I would just phrase it this way. If you roll above a 15, let me know. And if you roll above a 20, let me know that too.
Okay. Perception.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
I rolled what's lower than my passive.
Passive is kind of a little bit of a different thing. It's more like when you're just naturally looking at it. It's like almost like periphery and
16.
yeah.
For the perception, I rolled. Oh gosh, maths. 24.
24.
I got 12.
So I'd say both Pygmaeus and Kai, as you guys are moving, constantly keeping an eye out, you are hearing the shifting of things somewhere out there and are doing your best to avoid those areas.
I'm so sorry. I finally found where it is. Perception with proficiency. Is that with advantage?
No.
Okay.
So-
It just means you're really
in any
good
case,
at it.
16 plus 7, 21.
So
23.
you actually, Kai, are just keeping an eye out on the actual potential threats in the area, always on your toes, using Gusti to also keep an eye out. Manage to avoid most dangers that could befall you guys. At this point, the largest issue with the Corewood is having to spend time in it and the things that may be lurking inside. You managed to avoid at least one of those. Both Pygmaeus and Natalia.
Fuck!
Um,
Disadvantage.
yes.
Fuck. Oh, 18.
So you would have had the same thing as Kai.
Yeah. Fuck.
Natalia.
Hi.
As you are looking out, kind of constantly keep an eye on things that may be in the distance, hearing for noises, the sounds of things shifting, the feeling of eyesight falling upon your back. In the Corewood here, what you realize is that, generally speaking, you always see the blight grow outwards from an area. Now, there are localized nodes, but the further you get to some degree, the farther out it spreads and the harder it is to tell it's radial in some nature. What you're realizing here is that you're really able to tell when things are converging and when they're separating, indicating to you that to some degree you're closing on an epicenter. So, you guys continue to move.
As they're walking, Natalia, taking a look around, she'd speak out and say, "Well, I assume we're getting close. It's looking like it's about to all converge."
What do you... I assume Valdev is just like tucked up in Arya.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it's going in and out, and if I just get the feeling that we're about to get into the most of it. If it starts somewhere, we are heading straight for that start.
So, who's putting money on Prometheus Tower or wherever being the beginning of the blight?
Well, if the blight's attracted to magical objects and there's a huge magical orb,
Sure, not entirely what I was suggesting.
Could it be a portal that came through?
It would also make sense if it was placed there because all of the metals that are able to repel it live within the mountainside. So restricting the access to the area is the smartest thing that God could do.
Speaking of that mountainside, after a bit more traveling, you guys start seeing the end of the Corewood coming into view, these massive trees around you all slowly giving way to smaller ones, and the bit of sunlight off in the distance you guys have not seen for quite some time. I need blight saves as you all exit the Corewood. The constant fighting of the cursed energy into your spirits makes you all eventually have to fight back.
16.
Save.
That's a flat 10.
With disadvantage?
No.
Yay!
Failure.
Every time I have to. What?
No,
I failed.
for
Oh, stop.
I spoke to it directly and now it's targeting me.
we'll get your new one.
Oh, stop.
It's strength now, right? Because I'm heading to Blight 2. Okay. Okay.
You're likely fine.
26.
Yeah.
17.
17 saves.
What is it? A dexterity?
For you, it's dexterity.
With a dexterity of 10 and a modifier of 0, I'm fucked.
You guys move out of...
You're gonna have to take that potion.
You guys have to move out of the core wood, but not before Valdove and Pygmaeus. Your mind's racing, focused on many other things. For Valdove, the potential discovery of much more. For Pygmaeus, a final goodbye to someone from his past. Your minds are too preoccupied to fight away the curse, and you guys both feel a level descend upon you. For Pygmaeus, you don't realize it until you blink and look up and see that the vision that you have in front of you is fairly limited. For Valdove, it is not until you crawl out of Arya's arms and kind of stand on your own 2 feet that you realize.
Oof. Yikes.
Pygmaeus, your speed is halved and your vision is limited to 15 feet. But on Tiger, right now, that speed does not matter.
Level
for
3,
Valdove,
right?
Drink the potion.
Why would I do that?
Because you have it.
But you can just cure me.
You guys still have 2 of them.
Yeah, but drink it after we cure
That's
you
a
so you
free
don't get it
cure.
again.
So, you guys exit the core wood, the last of the massive trees fading to the background. As up ahead, you guys see a rising rocky surface going up into a slope where you gaze upon a section of it that's cut away, an opening into the mountainside, an entrance to the mines that you were told would be here. Around it, you see massive sections of blighted tendrils, these intercurling pieces, the size now of tree trunks wrapped and breaking through the sections of stone in the mountain, hurling boulders in different directions as they move and crack the very earth that they sit upon. But around the entrance to the mines, a clear kind of area where nothing sits remains.
Quick question.
Yes.
Mechanically, did resting in Arya's arms count as a short rest for Valdove?
It does,
Okay.
but it does not let you make a blight save.
No.
So, but yes,
Wasn't
it is a
asking
short
for
rest.
that.
Just off in the distance, I think all of you actually with your passives, barely, and I mean barely above the mountaintops, you see the very tip of a spire rising high into the air, just settled between the sections of the stone and earth that allowed it its very foundations, the top of Prometheus Tower, somewhere in the range, as well as at the very top, violet mist, ever so slowly descending off of its curved roof and draping to surround it.
Yeah, so I think it's all coming from there.
I was wondering.
I'm assuming there's no way for us to fly up there unless...
I think only one of you has access to any kind of flight, and it's Gusti.
I can
Kind of.
fly for 1 minute.
Here's the thing. With a level 8, what's the
I think
strongest...
the largest creature you can make is like a giant eagle or a giant bird. I don't think that's enough to carry your party.
You can only carry one person.
Plus,
Right.
Arya did specifically say the only way at this point to access the tower is through the doors in the basement, which you can reach via the mines.
Wait, how does Arya know that?
No.
Or, sorry, Aurora.
Aurora.
Oh gosh.
So up ahead is the entrance to the mines. Arya, you see this dark, enclosed, cramped space in front of you.
Yeah. As she puts Valdove down, she's definitely shaking.
I think, Valdove, you do feel a little bit of that tremor.
Yeah, it almost feels as though like you've been, you know, when you carry something for too long and your muscles start to tremble. It's kind of like that. So it's almost as if she's just tired from carrying you, but
As well as Gusi kind of looks at you and kind of goes,
Well, onwards we go.
I think Kai stops for a second when he says that telepathically and goes, Are you sure?
Already this far, we can't turn back, really. Might as well continue on our path.
Is there anything about the tunnel that scares you at all? No?
I mean, it's a bit dark, but we have torches, don't we?
Huh. Yeah, and I think Kai mentally visions of him running in a cramped cave tunnel starts flashing, and I think he just remembers an image of his mentor back when in his human form, bald with a bit of a white goatee, being blighted, seeing the runes on his veins and arms. And I think for a second, Kai just, a creeping doubt almost enters, and he kind of just shakes it away and goes, well, I suppose if it's the only way, it's the only way. But if you're not okay, you could just tell me.
It's fine, Kai. You're the one we need to be worried about, kid.
Okay.
How far away does the spire look?
It's hard to tell. Most of it is hidden from view by the mountain range, and the way the mountains kind of like break against each other, especially with the massive sections of blight, it's really hard to gauge a distance. Yes.
If I can't cast wild shape, I can cast on myself, remain concentration, and then wild shape into a large eagle after doing enlarge.
Possibly.
I will say, I think Kai will tell you that the spire is covered by mist.
Yeah, the spire's
It's covered by like this whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if we fly into it, Kai's like, if you fly into it, even if we can, we're going to hit directly on the blight.
Okay, so did we find out that the tunnels lead directly into the tower?
The tunnels,
Or just close to?
somewhere in the tunnels is an entrance to the basement floor of the tower. It is
So
a
stick
direct
to the
entrance
towers.
as long
The
as
towers,
you
the
can
tunnels.
find it.
Yeah.
And also, as far as you guys can tell, there's not much blight in the tunnels itself.
How far away are we from the entrance of the tunnel?
Maybe only about 50, 60 feet. You guys have exited the core wood and you've walked a little bit closer, and at this point are within pretty good viewing range.
Question.
Yes.
What if we blew up the tower?
How?
We all get on my enlarged giant eagle back.
I don't know why I'm enlarged suddenly.
No. You enlarge me,
Oh,
sorry.
yes.
So I go from giant to huge to
Massive?
massive?
You can't stack enlarge.
Are you serious?
I don't think you can.
Because
I'm
I
gonna
had a
say
similar thought.
Either way, you get the sense, especially after Kai saying it, going to the top is asking for a death sentence.
I thought we could just throw a fireball and then incinerate all that gas.
It's not flammable.
It's not.
It's not.
It's
You're not.
blight.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it's
don't
blight
know
gas.
that it's flammable at all.
Okay.
Theory.
So
the
you
game
are about
theory.
50, 60 feet away from the entrance to the cave.
Once we get within 30 feet, Arya is once again going to lower herself and pray.
So, you guys get a little bit closer and start seeing the entrance to the tunnels here. The sides of the cave walls propped up by wooden stints that kind of keep it sturdy for the most part, though you do still see sections of rubble and stone that have fallen to the ground here. There is this kind of hollow, kind of almost sound of wind howling from inside. It sounds like truly that place is empty. Though, notably, no blight tendrils dare try and enter into the cave system, leaving it, for the most part, and for the first time you see in a while, clear.
I think, yeah, Kai kind of mutters himself and then says, you know, we really should have tried to find a blueprint scheme of the tunnels before we left Greyhawk.
I mean, if such a thing even still exists, but
The Lortmo Mountains were out of commission before the blight even started. They had been kind of stripped mine of all their resources quite a while ago.
But still, he's like,
Yeah.
well, you researchers, you keep everything, so.
Yes, Neil.
Would Pygmaeus know if blight-infected bodies, the ones that walk, would they go where there isn't blight, like into a cave where there is no blight, or?
You have no knowledge of whether or not that would be the case. Now, in your field study, you've seen blighted creatures wander decently far from the blight, but it seems like, generally speaking, they try not to stray too far from the nearest vein.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So they can't be healed.
You guys are at the foot of this area, and if there's nothing else you would like to do or say, enter inside.
I think Valdiv, hops down from Arya and
Oh, she's already put you down.
yeah, hops down, hops away, walks up to Pygmaeus as if to consult him about the potential plan to fly up there, and then notices how bad his blight is and just kind of, again? Are you kidding me? Oh, all
I'm
right.
fine.
And she's
No.
casting it again at 4th level.
I will say, as you go to cast it, Ignace, Valdova is reaching out towards you with the remove curse, but in the last moments before it fades, and as you guys get to like the very mouth of this cave, a strong, beautiful, overwhelming scent of sage comes from within inside.
Oh.
I need to tell you all something.
Yeah, go ahead, right
And then the remove curse hits and it fades. But you still know that the scent comes from in there.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? Yes, unfortunately, we cannot travel as a giant eagle to the tower. It would just be too hostile, unfortunately.
Well, we figured that.
So
Does the cave have the same? Because like the forest smells like sweet, like fruit. Does it have the same smell coming from it, or is it
cave
just
smells
cavey?
like damp rock and like rotting wood, but not in the same way. Like rotting wood is, as in like it has been left here for 20 years untouched.
Cave is cavey.
Cave is caving. So you guys take your first steps inside and hear your footsteps echo, most of you, probably not Arya, against the solid stone the first time you've touched a non-blighted surface in quite a bit, and that echo almost catches you off guard as the sound of boots hitting it kind of rings in your ears, bouncing off the pretty narrow cave walls. I mean, this place is maybe like 8 feet at its widest on the ground, and then only goes up about 8 feet as an archway. So the closer you get to the walls, the more pushed in you are.
So much rock and stone.
Absolutely. Arya is like completely like curled in on herself, and like she's taking, fairly big steps, but fairly slowly. Like almost as if she has to like seal herself before continuing further in.
Ridiculously, Valdiv goes and finds the dustiest corner, hopes that there's some lead in that dust, and rolls in it like a dog. She is like, I'm coating myself in the lead one way or another.
So you go over to a dusty area like behind one of these stints that holds up the wall, where you see just a pile of the dust is there. It's like very kind of soft and fuzzy, having been just kind of left to accumulate so much of it. And you go over and you kind of like roll around it, getting stuck in your fur and on your clothes. You get up and it looks desperately like you need a lint roller. So mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, I'm dusty. Then she's going to notice Arya, and knowing full well that she smells like lavender all the time, is going to go walk up to her, offer a little paw, and be like, "You'll be all right. We'll get into not this in a little bit, I'm sure."
Thank you.
Do you want to hold my hand, darling?
Yes, please.
She holds her hand, which I'm sure looks ridiculous because she's
Yeah.
tiny.
Well, actually, I think you're only...
They're almost the same size.
Yeah.
So it's like normal hand holding is down here. Her hand holding is maybe right here.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
guys...
but
walk-
Arya is still definitely trailing behind you.
Yeah. So you guys walk into this cave. The last bits of the creaking from the core wood fading into the distance, as instead the sounds of water dripping on stone and occasionally a pebble tumbling, echoing off somewhere in a cavern replaces it. Amongst this area, you see branching paths broken into different areas, sections of the walls that have been torn down and ripped away so that the lead or silver that was inside of it may be mined and recovered. You see abandoned wheelbarrows, sometimes full of pebbles and rocks, other times completely empty and tipped over, all of which are rusted and long at this point abandoned. at some point, total darkness takes over. You three have dark vision.
Yes.
You two do not.
Total darkness takes over. Valda full stops.
I forgot that we
Like,
were
all of a
going
sudden,
into
or-
a cave.
No, like as you get further, darkness eventually completely dissolves.
Yeah, I totally forgot we were going in a cave. My bad, guys. I should have saved the Eyes of Night for that.
Well, it prevented them from making perception checks at an even worse rate before.
Yeah. I think. So you are holding Arya's hand and leading her. And I think when I noticed, like when I remembered, oh yeah, these two can't really see.
Do
I
tigers?
send Gusti to go to you and hold your hand to lead you.
Holding a
just to
bird.
say- yeah.
Holding a person.
But wait,
the bird is
completely blind.
holding you.
Tigers
with,
hunt at night, so they probably
yeah,
have
tigers
a dark
are
vision.
cats, and cats have.
I believe
some
tigers
kind
do
of-
have dark vision.
Yeah.
But you're right under tiger, like the tiger can just lead, or follow, at least follow the group.
Unaffected movement. Who cares? Dark vision. Got
Who
it.
cares?
The bird is holding you with one of its
The
wings.
tiger does have dark vision, and so you can
so I'm
just kind of
like
like
down here?
you can like squint your eyes and hold on to it while it just
I'm
follows
walking
the group.
it.
Natalia's just,
Don't we still have the rope?
you know.
We could just use the rope. Why are we using the bird?
The bird chose to do that.
I think Natalia's forgotten that not everybody can like just see ridiculous lengths of dark vision as before she was just with Eyes of Night. I believe it only lasts like an hour.
It's already passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 1 hour. So yeah, it's long gone. But yeah, she just is used to being around some other Twilight clerics out in the field like this, and so she's kind of not aware. It's slipping her mind at the moment. She's a bit more preoccupied with KV being cave.
You guys go ahead and continue moving forward. Can I get survival check from either one person or the group? If you do group, it will average out. If you do one person, it will just be their roll. But this is to navigate the kind of twisting and turning cave.
Oh, survival solo.
Yes. So it can either be group and you'll average it out, or one person can just roll.
If you can put your faith in me.
Do we
You have disadvantage.
have decent
Oh,
survival?
never mind.
Most
I
people
do. But
I know
you
I have
are the only one
5.
that is not blighted.
And you don't have to
Yeah.
roll with disadvantage.
Can Kai, as he is walking inside the tunnel,
Yes.
try to see if there is a logic to the way that the tunnel was excavated? To see if he can like just investigate the logic and see if he can find certain patterns that could give way onto how it was like constructed, so that he can predict the future.
Yeah, actually. I'd say go and give me an investigation check
Yeah.
there.
I don't know what they're rolling for.
I'm just rolling.
I thought I was rolling.
Yeah, you are.
You are rolling.
It's a dirty 20.
320.
Me and Noah, if we're trying to pretend like we don't have disadvantage right now, it's okay.
It's
You're
a
dreaming.
16.
So, Natalia kind of being at the front makes sense. The person with the most dark vision by far in the group, 6 times the amount of dark vision as everyone else, staring miles into the cave to the point where you can see down every single tunnel you look across.
Oh.
There is no area where the extent of the mines is longer than your dark vision. So using that to your advantage, you're actually able to kind of peer down corridors and look in different directions that the others can't and tell, okay, that's a dead end. Oh, that's going to bank off in the wrong direction. Because while you don't know where the tower is, you know the general sense of where it's going or like where it will be. So generally trying to guide you all in that direction will actually get you closer. So between your dark vision and that sense of kind of innate direction, you manage to continue on the path that you're fairly confident will get to the tower. You, on the other hand, as you're using the investigation to look around, you start seeing signs of leftover processes like small refinery machines, pickaxes left behind, shovels, and like what look like hand crank drills that can go to the stone. As well as, interestingly enough, you find spell books that are long, kind of falling apart at this point. You find maybe a cracked wand, a staff further in the tunnel. Seemingly, they weren't just excavating this place by normal means, but using magic to help pull the resources from the earth as well. So,
If Valdiv ever finds out there were books in here and you didn't grab them, she's going to be simultaneously upset and understanding because we don't have a place to put them, but books.
Well, thank goodness I have expertise in deception.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh.
No, there are no books there.
Yeah, there's no books. Don't worry about it.
All right.
So, you
Tomes?
never heard of them.
Grimoires? Hello?
Nary inside.
As you guys are moving, and with that high of a perception roll and that high of investigation roll, you guys actually start seeing that there are what looks like sections of these mines that are completely unstable in terms of the geology. Like they are one misstep away from collapsing as tunnels. You guys can do your best to avoid them, but it will come down to rolls to be cautious as you move.
Okay.
One wrong step and a stint may just collapse. It's rotting wood, barely able to uphold the place. And you might see whole sections of the cave go in.
I don't think your tiger will take you down there.
The tiger is a big cat, and cats are hunters, and they have to be stealthy. So I imagine I would have a triple advantage.
You will use the tiger stats for this. It will be a stealth check. For the tiger who is not blighted, is a +3.
What?
Yeah, he has a +3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, +7. I was
Hell yeah.
I was reading.
Yeah, you were
perception.
trying to get me to fumble. Of course, I've been rolling badly this whole time.
Yeah.
I got it.
They supplied the dice, by the way.
Is
just
everybody
FYI.
making a stealth?
Everyone make a stealth roll.
Okay. Don't tell Arya that the things are about to collapse. That would go so poorly.
How do they explain to you, hey, just be a little bit careful where you step?
Well, clearly they didn't.
Oh, maybe that's it, you know?
This advantage sucks.
Looked like a 1, Jay.
Oh, guys. That's a 7.
I know, but it looked like a 1 and I almost freaked out. It was a 7 + 7 for a 14. Do I pass or do I fail?
14 is enough.
Yay.
So is this a group?
This is individual.
Okay.
What?
Well,
This is individual, but I am taking the group's average into account.
okay.
Yes.
I have a 7 total.
Is that a natural one?
No, it's a 5.
Okay.
I love pass or die rolls.
18.
13.
4.
Hey guys, we got a question. Why is it so quiet
You
in
got
here?
the tiger and the 2 thieves of the group who know what's going up.
You guys are being quiet.
Yeah.
Like, you guys know what's going on, so you're being kind of quiet. The tiger's naturally soft-pawed as it's kind of moving along. You're, like, yelling, like, you hear it ringing against the stone.
Flash of
And then as you're
genius.
guiding Arya, you are taking slow but big and hefty steps into the ground.
She's also constantly whispering prayers under her breath.
So as this is happening, as you guys are moving,
Right.
At some
we
point,
need to focus, guys. Careful.
you say something loudly, and you take a step, and you guys hear a as the entire place kind of rumbles and shakes a little bit. And you guys see nearby a stint that is holding a wall crack in on itself. Part of the wall immediately turning to pebbles and falling. The room does not collapse, but it does look like another bad roll or two, and you might be stuck in a cave-in.
Arya immediately drops to her knees and places her forehead on the ground and starts praying again. She's like, may the earth beneath my feet guide my path.
Right.
I beg
Tell
of
them
you,
it's
just lead me
frozen.
a little bit longer. I can.
Right, we need to be careful and quiet.
This
This is very old and not maintained.
crack happened in front of us or behind us? From where we're going or where we came from?
There is a stint up ahead that broke.
So,
It like
in front of
completely
us.
cracked in and collapsed on itself because it is so old and kind of rotted that even just a little bit of movement, enough shaking of the tunnel, and it broke.
So the structural damage is pretty much mostly bad, really bad in front of us as we keep going in.
Yes, and it doesn't seem like anything nefarious. It seems like
Yeah, for sure.
So
Unless.
you all move forward
Unless.
cautiously.
Yes.
After Arya finishes praying and kind of stands back up, you guys are much more ginger with your footsteps, careful to move slowly. As you guys are passing through these tunnels, you guys start feeling... Actually, who here has blight? Everyone but Natalia.
Oh.
Then everyone but Natalia. You feel this ever so faint kind of... this like low hum to the air. You all feel the sense of fatigue, the level of exhaustion that the blight was putting upon you. waves with each section of that humming that comes forward. You don't know what it means, but you know there's a shifting of energy here. So, you guys move forward. Ginger and absolutely careful with where you place your feet or even how loud you talk. The stint that collapsed passes behind you, now becoming a memory in the tunnels somewhere behind. As up ahead, you guys start seeing more of the mines, the larger operations, some kind of large drill that someone could sit inside and magically powered or mechanically, you aren't sure, would bore itself into the very stone walls of this place. You see at this point, interestingly enough, metal rods, these large, what look like the wooden stints, but made out of this like wrought iron, come diagonally from the ceiling and go back into the ground, seemingly supporting some sort of larger mega structure that you guys do not know. That you do not know what it is around you.
Perhaps a tower.
Yeah.
Those metal rods that kind of break through different sections and go somewhere else do help support the cave a little bit, in that they kind of hold things where they're supposed to go, but they're clearly attached somewhere off in the distance. Nothing here. You see more abandoned pickaxes and equipment. You see bags left behind, not necessarily because someone was in a rush, but just because no one really cared to take them with them when they left. You see pieces of paper that are much more preserved than the others outside. When you open them up or take a glance at them very carefully, you see what looks like letters from people, from miners, to their families back home, talking about, I'll be back in about a month or so, or just finishing up this job. Or another miner writing a letter to a friend complaining about how hot it is in this place and how all the machines, they make the place so much more humid. The lives of everyday people left and abandoned here are scattered in the evidence of what remains. And up ahead, as you guys are moving, you guys see what looks like a massive chasm, where some kind of rift in the very mountain itself led to essentially a valley forming inside of this area. Not crazy deep. As you guys kind of get to the edge and look over, you know notice it's only about 60 feet down, so it's not like a crack into the earth. But also is about 30 feet wide, and dangling on either side are what remains of a rope bridge that is long broken. You guys have to cross this by some means.
For leave druidic message, is it magical in nature or is it just etching?
What is that?
Leave druidic message. It's a druid ability.
I don't have the player's handbook.
You can use druidic to leave a hidden message. You and those who know druidic automatically spot such a message. DC 15 intelligence investigation check reveals, but doesn't decipher the message.
That's not magical. That's like you literally scrawling something in a secret language.
Could I discern if doing something like that would disrupt or disturb the foundations?
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. I'd say as long as you're careful, it's just kind of writing some stuff. You can leave a message behind.
Okay, I'm going to write. I'm going to draw an arrow pointing to where we are going. That says that explains who we are. This is the research party that Finn had sent us out. We are headed to check Prometheus Tower for a device of unknown nature and description. Orb, I think it was?
The Sumerian orb.
Yes. And then an arrow pointing back that says, we entered through this way. And I'm going to just leave that there.
So as you guys are looking at the chasm, brainstorming what to do, behind you, Pygmaeus on the tigers, kind of gone up to a wall and used a bit of a staff to etch symbols, not words, symbols into the wall, ever so carefully. Not enough to like make them shake or cause the place to collapse, but just enough to leave like scratchings into it. So you leave that message behind.
How far across is this?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay.
Wild shape into a toad, enlarge, and then
And knock the whole place down.
A toad could probably make that jump with
hop
an
across.
athletic check.
Yeah, but all of us.
The toad probably could only carry one person.
Yeah, you only need to go back and forth.
Yeah, and that just means more athletics checks.
Yeah.
I can pass him. Don't worry, it's okay.
With disadvantage?
No, come on.
So
What is the toad's athletics? So go ahead.
Valda goes ahead and takes a torch from her bag and lights it just normal with a tinderbox.
Yeah.
Can she see across the cavern now? Because complete darkness.
Oh, yeah. You take a torch out, use a tinderbox to light it as the kind of flame erupts onto the wooden stump that you're holding. On either side of you, you see these kind of sections of the cavern that are like almost this little ledge to either side of you. Here you see hanging ropes and chains going in either direction that clearly indicate something used to be done here. You're not sure exactly what. You see pieces of machinery left behind, gears and springs, as well as sheets of metal that are just kind of strewn about. Some device was active here, though you're not sure. Yes.
Do we see anything specifically sturdy looking on the other side?
On the other side, you see what looks like, especially with the light now in your dark vision, the cave continues. A passageway opens up. There's another ledge on the other side. Nothing sturdy lays there, but you can see inside the cave, just barely, maybe 40 feet away, 30 feet of the chasm, and 10 feet beyond, there's one of those massive metal stints that is holding up a larger megastructure that you can probably take a guess is much sturdier than the actual cave itself.
So,
How much rope do we have?
yes.
I have a rope. However, hold on.
I think technically everybody's got a rope.
I've got
I think most
100.
of them. You have 100? Yeah.
I can make 4 ropes, by the way. I don't know.
So that
if
would
you-
be 200.
Yeah.
Ew.
Would 200 feet of rope be enough to have... Okay, well, I can get across. I can just misty step over there
See, that's what I
and
was
tie
thinking.
rope to something sturdy. But the length, I don't know the length. What would that be?
Yeah, you got Misty Step prepared though?
Always.
Alright, then I don't have to do it.
DM. Oh, fuck.
I can do it for free.
So, I have the spell jump. How big is this chasm? Sorry
30
to ask. 30 feet? I think anyone with the spell jump on them would be able to clear that with an athletics or without an athletic.
It's 30 feet with 10 feet of movement, so...
Yeah, so
it should
yeah,
be fine.
you could just make it no check needed.
Okay, yeah, I only have 4 level 1 spell slots, so I can't really just do that for everyone.
I get Misty Step without a spell slot. So my thought is if I can get over, tie it to something, then we can kind of like tie yourself to the rope and shimmy across, you know?
If you can get over, because correct me if I'm wrong. Misty Step is the poof and the pa.
Teleportation, yes.
So you can't carry the rope over.
I cannot take another person with me now.
But I'm asking about the rope. Because if we want to get the rope all the way across,
Should be fine.
I can take items with.
Yes. If you couldn't, you'd be naked, and that would be disgusting.
no,
Well,
I'm saying
If I hold one end of the rope and somebody else is holding the other,
It wouldn't work, would it?
would it go with me?
Separate?
Because
I
my
think-
thought is I'm gonna have to Misty Step across, and they're gonna have
I
to
will
tie a
look,
rock to the
because
rope and use that weight
Misty's-
to throw it over.
Misty Step might specify whether things you are carrying takes you. Nope. Briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport to an unoccupied space. You can see there. I'm going to check the wording of dimension door and see real quick.
Because I think anything on my person, but if it's connected to something else that I'm leaving,
yeah.
I don't know if that goes, and I think that's just like a GM.
Oh.
well, I was just going to say that worst case,
Neither-
you teleport over, and then I can tie it to my javelin, and I can just.
Yeah, neither spell specifies. I would say unless it is just on your person, it does not go with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the rope would not go with you, but you could throw the javelin. I won't even require an attack roll. You can just toss it.
Yeah.
It's not about being precise. It's about getting it over there.
Cool.
So
Do we think we have enough rope?
you have
We
plenty.
definitely
Okay,
have
perfect.
enough rope. Because
So
we only need 50 feet
Natalia-
of rope to get it over there.
Sweet. Natalia is going to take a running start at the chasm, and she's going to cast Misty Step as she jumps off to make that extra couple feet.
Yeah. As you jump, you guys see Natalia kind of take off into the air, hovering above an open chasm for just a moment. Gravity just takes hold, and you see her starting to fall before she vanishes. And on the other side, reappears in a burst of mist.
How much room do we have above
Slay.
us?
Above you, there's about 20 feet up.
Oh, Arya is so much more comfortable in this room with the giant chasm of death than she was in that tunnel.
Right, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, she'll tie it to the javelin and just...
You just chuck it over to the other side. It flies through the air for just a moment before embedding itself into the rock nearby you. You see a couple of pebbles fall to the ground, and the rope is currently tied to it. You go and untie it.
And then I'm going to go tie it to the
big
iron
metal
megalith
pole,
thing.
So you go ahead and tie it over there, being very careful to knot it as best as you can. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Yes, so...
There is now a rope across the chasm.
Yeah.
My thought
Zip line!
is that Arya holds the other end of the rope and we send everyone over. Zipline style.
You don't even need that.
You don't,
literally
yeah, you can just go.
Tiger.
Oh.
Oh.
Cast jump on the tiger and leap across in a deathly flame.
And just ride it.
Yeah, because you can literally just like monkey clamber over the rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all deal with this while I try to figure out what I'm gonna. What I'm
It
about
might
to
be
do.
time to leave Tiger behind.
Oh, whoa!
You still have plenty more.
Huh?
You still have plenty more in the bag of tricks.
We could tie it
You're
and zip
across.
line it across.
The rest of you, what do you do?
Well, the idea is that Arya will hold the rope while y'all cross.
Oh, tigers are
and
like
then
hundreds of pounds,
she
huh?
will have to swing on the rope
Yeah.
and then climb up herself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
How else is she gonna do it?
Feldov kind of looks at the rope and the rig that they're setting up and goes, I'm not very strong, and I'm tired, and the Feywild shard glimmers, and this is the second time she's doing it. There will be wild magic next time she casts the spell, but she also takes a running leap and misty steps across.
Yeah, as Valdo, like your Herringon jump lets you get actually pretty high up into the air and across, just enough to where like if you were to just straight up jump, you'd make it probably like 2/3 of the way and then fall. But here at the top of your arc, you and reappear on the other side, kind of landing on your 2 feet and standing up back to your height as you and Natalia are now on the other side. You, Kai.
Okay, so here's what Kai is gonna do. He's gonna take out his rope,
Yes.
tie the rope onto himself, and he's gonna hand the other one to the mule. And then he's going to say, all right, well, it's time for you to shine. And he takes out his Chris dagger and turns it into a hammer, begins hammering on the hooves of the mule and casts jump on it. The mule's gonna jump over, and so he now can have the little rope they can stand on or whatever, as well as this, so that if he falls, he can still just climb up.
Yeah. So you hammer away at the hooves of this mule before getting on top. And kind of like you guys watch him, like the mule take a few steps back and then kind of clop forward and then jump, and like the old tale of the cow jumping over the moon, kind of before kind of landing on the other side. You hear the skidding of it trying to stop before it comes to an end, and it just kind of sits there, hooves kind of scraped against the stone, and you disembark.
I hope you know, I forgot that you could get on top of the mule.
Oh no!
So I thought you were just like tied to like the back, and the mule would jump, and then you would end up slamming into the edge of the chasm.
Yeah.
So, that is everyone but Arya and Pygmaeus. Arya will be able to do that thing where they swing down. It will be an athletics check.
Remind me again, what's at the bottom of this chasm?
It is just a 60-foot chasm at the bottom. There's just more like somewhat jagged stone at the very bottom.
There's nothing of interest that we could see.
Not that you
Gleam?
could see.
Okay.
No.
Well, in that case, I'm going to Pygmaeus leans over, whispers into the tiger's ear, and says that whatever it decides that it wants to do, whether it go over this rope or leave this chasm, that it's its own decision. And I say that because the only way I can get rid of this thing is if it dies or next dawn happens. So I'm going to let you decide how you decide the tiger decides what it's going to decide.
Okay. So you clamber across.
Yes.
As you kind of move over, you get to the other side. Are you jumping across with a rope now tied to something sturdy?
I hope she ties it around herself.
Yeah, after he gets it.
Yeah, she's. Is Arya smart enough to tie it around herself?
If she looked like she was gonna jump before doing so, Natalia would ask her to.
Okay.
So are you like Ed, you're holding the rope, you're just about to jump?
She's like perfectly confident in her circus grab.
Maybe you want to tie it around yourself first, in case your grip slips.
Well, that is a good idea.
Yeah, you go ahead and
Have
tie
some
it around.
self-preservation, darling, please.
Safety first.
How far can a tiger jump?
There are rules for jumping in D&D. I believe it is something times your strength modifier.
I mean, lions can leap 35 feet forward.
For real?
Whoa. Wait. If it's strength modifier.
You can jump a number of feet equal to your strength score. The tiger... its strength score is a goddamn 17. So it can make it about halfway.
Fuck.
I'll make this easy on you, Naof. It was going to choose to stay behind.
Okay.
It gets to sit in the light of the one torch propped up against the wall and like.
So you go ahead and tie it around yourself, then grab onto it. Give me an athletics check at advantage because you have the rope tied to something sturdy.
Yeah.
18.
18, good enough. As you jump across, you will take a little bit of damage from hitting the wall.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
I will also say, like, the rope being against her back.
4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As, like, you tie it, jump across, and then you, like, impact the stone wall with a heavy thud. You guys hear it and, like, kind of feel a bit of, like, dust from the ceiling kind of fall over you.
Talia cringes.
Oh, God.
And you feel, like, a bit of bruising on, like, your feet, especially because they're bare and, like, your shins. But
she's more concerned about the rope, like,
Yeah.
rubbing against old scars.
Yeah, you brace it. You're more focused on that, and you just slowly start climbing up. The second you are on top, you quickly untie it. On the other side, the tiger looks at you, kind of lowers itself down to rest its head in its paws, and then you can see it kind of turns back to that little bit of puff and kind of
For real?
drifts off.
Okay. I thought it was just gonna stay there.
I mean, that would have happened next dawn anyway.
Well, hold on. Let's just leave. Who knows? We might come back the same way we left.
True. So it'll then just rest its head there, kind of look at you all, head between the paws, as you guys head off in the other direction.
Arya, darling, don't worry. Pain is a lesson too.
It is not the pain I am worried about.
Damn.
You guys re-enter a. You guys.
That goes hard. Pretty tough.
You guys re-enter a like enclosed little cave area. What is that note?
Note of instant death.
Yeah. So
Well done.
you well damn. You guys re-enter a kind of enclosed area of the tunnel here.
Hand
tight
in hand again.
and cramped. You are holding Arya's hand once again as she kind of pulls into herself. You guys continue walking.
The other
At
hand
this
has a
point,
death grip on the halberd.
because of the pretty good roll that you all had earlier to kind of maintain checks on the area and navigate, especially with non-nat 20 from earlier, you guys are on path for the door to the bottom of Prometheus Tower. It's at this point that you start seeing blight again.
Ugh.
Cracking into the stone, broken into the sides of the walls that enclose you. Blight veins burn through the area, leaving these long sections behind it where there is nothing but itself. That violet mist, ever so slightly, pools on the floor at your feet, but also amongst the blight, just noticeable between the sections of the vines and tendrils that collapse into areas nearby. You start seeing these lines of what look like slightly glowing, almost sigils kind of burning through the stone, traveling in different directions, curling in on themselves before exploding back out into these massive glyphs.
Seeing this, Natalia's gonna kind of take a step back. I assume she's kind of been like leading the group. And seeing more blight, preemptively, she's gonna guidance herself because she's like, well, that worked last time. But yeah, she looks a little nervous.
Oh dear, there's sigils. I'm going to make a normal Arcana check first, and then if that doesn't work, although is casting tongues wild magic be damned?
So you first Arcana check. Can I get an Arcana check from Kai?
Yeah.
Oh,
And Kai, can you give this to me at advantage?
oh, forget disadvantage. One of those was a nat 20. And the other one brings me to 13.
Still not bad.
Dirty
Not bad,
20.
but it was a 6.
You guys start feeling that low hum.
All of us?
All of you.
Even
You
the
are looking at
non-white?
these things, and it makes sense that you don't fully understand them. You kind of get the essence of what they are. They are magical in some form, though you're not familiar with any of these for some reason. You know almost every sigil and glyph that you've researched, but none of these make sense. Not to you. Even as you start casting tongues, which we'll get there in a moment. Kai,
I'll roll my D100.
you've seen dozens of wizard sigils, hundreds of glyphs from spellbook to page, from scroll to tome, any possible combination of them you've witnessed, or at least most of them. What most wizards don't understand are mechanism diagrams. These sigils are laid out not in a pattern of elegant calligraphy that wizards often associate with how they write their runes, but in the abrupt and to-the-point nature of an artificer making their work alive.
Interesting.
You also do see Gusi kind of like, he's been kind of fine this whole time in this tunnel, and you can't help but constantly keep note of it. But right now you do see Gusti, both the mule and the bird of paradise, looking at it with this kind of awe and wonder.
I think Kai will ask him, what are you... It looks like a mechanism, but why are you so fascinated by it?
I mean, kid, these are advanced. This isn't one small machine. This is something big.
You said that it looks like something making it alive, right?
It looks like almost similar to like a mechanism that you would draw or create to animate. Well, not that you've done to animate, but like you've seen other artificers, like when they're animating a suit of armor to be their version of a battlesmith companion, they have to like stamp in sigils and glyphs into the metal that are very different from wizards stuff. It's more mechanical, obviously, but it's also draws more on the runes and nature of mechanist than it does something like the weave. Those are usually stamped into the very metal with like a hot iron. Here you see them splayed in every direction, covering the walls like spray paint that glows on the surface of the stone.
Oh wow, okay. I think the reason why I asked that is because the hum, the way it beats, does it sound like either a heartbeat or a clock?
Give me I'm not gonna make you roll.
Damn.
It is almost like a pacemaker, meant to be like a heartbeat, but too robotic to be one.
Gotcha, okay.
Oh.
I think Kai will begin like saying it as like he's looking at you trying to investigate it. He also looks at it and says, no. I think you're looking at this wrong. I have seen the works of the wizards. I have to because I steal from them all the time. They make really nice stuff in the towers. Don't worry, I won't steal from you. And then he looks at it and says, this is the work of a majorite and artificer, someone that is drawing from the power of mechanist, I believe, the plane of order. That hum that we were listening to, it's the hum of a construct more so that mimics a heartbeat rather than an actual heartbeat.
I see. Are you wanting me to take a closer look at this, try and read it, or are you confident in this?
Go for it. See if you can glean anything else. And I think I will also try to like look and see if I can help her with this. So yeah, I'll cast guidance as well.
Okay.
So she casts tongues now with guidance. I rolled a 58 for my wild magic, which I have the table here somewhere. Actually, I just realized that I have it.
As you do that, caught up in all this, Ignaeus.
Huh?
As you kind of move through the ground, the dust and dirt on the floor, making way as you guys walk, look down for just a moment and realize that they're scrawled on the ground, almost as if made by some unnatural force. Patterns, symbols that you recognize. Druidic.
Damn.
If it's druidic,
Think.
she also speaks druidic.
Hey, whoa. Come on. Let me have my moment. Okay? Come on. Hey, listen. You get to do all the, writing and whatever. Let me read some goddamn druidic for once. Okay?
No. I'm just trying to see if she actually has to cast tongues.
Look, it says, it's habla español.
You look down and see not words in like a sense of like someone writing out a beautiful paragraph, but something scrawled in haste. It looks like someone trying their best to like take, much like you did, a staff and like etch into the very stone. You look down and a haunting message is read to you as you look at the words that just say, "Turn back now."
Interesting. I believe it says,
Turnip now?
necesito...
Druidic is just Spanish.
أظن المكتوب
I can't verify if this is correct, because even though I'm Mexican, I
الطريق
don't speak
هناك
Spanish.
بس يعني والله ماني فاهم.
It's Arabic, it's not Spanish.
Oh,
This
okay.
one is Arabic.
Druidic is Arabic.
Spanish and Arabic,
Yeah.
just interchangeably.
Yeah,
Mashed.
it's Andalusian.
So,
It says, go this way.
do you say that?
Yeah.
Give me a deception check.
What? How would they know? They're not
How
gonna know.
would they know?
Hey, you know who else speaks
How do they
druidic?
know?
Are we gonna have to roll insight if we want to see?
You know what?
if
You're
he's
right. You're
lying?
right. I shouldn't be lying.
Also, it seems out of
You
character.
see the error of your ways.
Okay, fuck it. No, I am lying. I'm not
you're
taking it back.
deception.
I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking it back. You
Because
said
maybe,
roll deception.
maybe you convince her and she doesn't even look.
Fuck.
You're rolling at disadvantage, don't forget.
Fuck. It's an 8. I'm not passing shit. Let's see here. With a charisma level of 10 and a
But we
modifier
could do
of +0 is an 8.
Okay, so before casting tongues, she's going to look over and see what he's reading and go, "No, it don't. That says turn back now."
Oh, sorry, I'm a bit rusty.
Yeah, right.
So you cast tongues? Mm-hmm. What happens to wild magic?
Can we step back, please?
While also casting tongues and approaching a wall, I fear.
Did you let go of Arya?
Yes.
They
She
were
walks
made in a
away from
factory.
people
God, fuck, it's Fireball.
The bomb factory.
to go look. While casting tongues, she also casts fireball.
Why? Can we escape, please?
So what's
please,
the
please,
area
please?
effect of Fireball again?
20-foot radius.
We can make that.
Okay, so there's no
Can
way
I
that
dash?
none of us.
We are in a tight tunnel.
Ooh. Oh, you know what?
Roll me a d20. On an 11 or higher, it's just you. On a 10 or lower, you're hitting at least
Pull out the
someone
bite dice,
in
pull out the
party.
bite dice.
You want to get hit?
How does he dodge
Roll
work on
low.
Fireball?
He said 10 or low, it's just
Can I
you.
dodge a fucking
No, he said
flaming
11
inferno?
or higher,
it's
it's
just
just
me.
her.
I pulled out the one that keeps rolling 20s for me. Don't do me
I'll
wrong
look at it.
now.
I think it does.
Nat 20. It's just me.
Thank goodness.
God, you get voted off.
If I get
Oh my gosh.
fireball again,
How does he dodge? Lets you reduce damage by a d6.
And?
No, I'm saying you can use that anytime. You
Oh,
don't have to
hell
wait.
yeah.
Yeah, like if you just take damage, you can use how does he dodge.
Wild magic be damned.
You can do it a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, so 3 times.
Does it take up reaction though?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my
When you, it's just when you take damage.
What's calc is short for calculator.
Hey guys,
Um,
are you down?
let me double check how much.
It's a Looney Tunes bit where Baldo walks off And then it's just like a scorched Valdove with a little bit of smoke coming off of you.
She's like, sí, habla español.
I forgot about the wild magic. Sorry about that. She just becomes Yosemite Sam for a second.
You do see Valdove walk off, cast tongues as like this faint glimmer falls over her head, and she kind of looks at it, and then you just see the inferno erupt and fill the air around you. It is so vacuous in here that the heat instantly gets to you all. You start sweating.
Oh boy.
Not only that,
Oh no.
when the fireball goes off,
Yeah, of
when
course.
the fireball goes off, you
Short for
guys hear a
calculator.
as the entire cave shakes, and behind you,
Oh no.
rocks fall,
Fuck.
and a cave-in has trapped you all. There is no way back.
Guys, Valdov looks so fucking bad right now.
How much damage was that?
34 points of damage.
Out of what, 52 HP?
I have 18 hit points left.
As the smoke fades, Valdove is standing there, ends of every piece of hair singed, eyebrows gone, smoke
wow, magic
pouring
sounds fun.
off the ears. You see Valdove like,
I forgot
Igneous.
about the wild magic.
as the Feywild shard glimmers the beautiful little cascade of color and then fades.
Igneous
It like fully just turns into a normal gem for the day. It's done.
waddles towards them and says, and pulls out from his pocket a special treat, and it says on it, Olive Garden mint for your troubles.
Thanks, and she's gonna eat it. What's the effect?
You go
Plus
ahead.
3
and-
HP.
I like the idea of you dropping a fireball on yourself and Big May's giving you like a cookie.
Have a cookie.
Yeah. So you eat it, you gain 3 temp HP.
Oh, 3 temp HP. That's
I will
so
say
good.
Arya pretty much immediately like runs over. Valdove has been her anchor, and now they're blown up.
You also, I mean, amongst all this, Arya, the entire cave shakes and the path behind you is completely blocked by rubble.
Yeah.
It is a cave.
Yeah, she like goes over to Valdove. At first, it's like, oh God, is Valdove okay? And then it's like, ah! She like basically curls around Valdove as if Valdove is like a stuffed animal.
A little
I'm
teddy.
alright.
Now, when you hug Valdove, there's still a bit of residual heat where she's like almost like a warm towel because of her fur.
Oh God, is it singed? Are they just
Yes.
hairless?
Oh
No,
yeah,
not hairless. They're definitely like singed ends.
Her whiskers are a little
I
burnt.
feel bad for whoever tries to go in my basement lab. I mean, nothing.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Don't worry about it.
I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on myself.
Tongues does still go through though.
Okay, so she's like, real quick, casts Cure Wounds on herself to kind of recuperate and then is looking back at the sigils.
You look back at the sigils, they don't spell out words in a language that you fully can grasp. They are more mechanical symbols than anything.
It's like equations. She's like,
Yeah. But up ahead, as you guys continue to walk ever so carefully, you start seeing more of the blight kind of moving in every direction, as well as the parts of the walls that have those magic almost expanding, overtaking the blight. Yes.
So, I was going to say, before we get much further,
Yes.
because we are seeing that blight is coming down the tunnel, and we are currently in a place where there is not a lot of blight.
Correct.
I am very tired.
Okay.
you
And
alright?
as much as I would love to get out of here as soon as possible, I am not doing well. And Valdove just exploded.
You ain't gotta say it again. We all saw it happen.
I need, if we can, just a little bit of time.
Valdov does bring herself back above, like, clearly wounded for what it's
Natalia
worth.
would look at the cave-in, look around. Is there still a path ahead obvious to us that's just blighty?
What? That's just bitey? Oh, blighty. I was like, bitey? Yeah, it has a whole mouth. Yeah, the path ahead is blighted, but
Okay.
more so than anything, you see those the sections of the sigils and runes expanding, almost overtaking the blight.
Okay.
Can I ask? So the path ahead is blocked?
No, not blocked.
Not at all. Okay.
The path behind you is blocked.
If y'all are asking to have a short rest, then assuming you agree, then I would like to find familiar and get a little mouse buddy.
If you find familiar, you will not be able to rest.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Doing anything during a rest disrupts it, especially a short one. I will say you all are welcome to try to. You all can get a short rest.
Yeah. Okay.
It will come at the cost of a blight save.
Oh, for real?
Like guaranteed short rest, but being in an area that is blighted, even if you're not doing anything around it, is enough to force a blight save. Just sitting still.
So yeah, so you couldn't even.
The problem is
You can take that trade off if you'd like.
the problem is I am 109 is my max HP.
Yeah.
I'm currently at 67,
Right.
Okay.
And you get hit dice back at.
Now, I will
and
say
I get double hit dice back.
Okay.
Whenever
that blight save will be at advantage because you are just resting, but it will be a blight save nonetheless.
Gotcha.
But at advantage.
Yes,
Okay.
because you guys are like, you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's an advantage also because you are in a lead and silver mine. Things are just a little bit better here at least. The equivalent of this is like when you guys were first leaving Greyhawk. That's the level of blight you guys are encountering at the moment. It will get worse up ahead, but
that's why I
Felder's
said
like,
we
all
stop
the
now.
lead is gone. All the lead I rubbed on myself, gone.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
If it wasn't burned, it was blown away.
So Natalia would look.
Question.
Well, I suppose if there's any place to do it, it should be here.
For the chef trait,
yes.
or skill or whatever, do I have to finish the short rest to get the special food? The cooked treats? Little thingy-majiggy? Cook special food
I am looking.
for 7 creatures. Any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit
You
dice to
do
regain
have
HP.
to finish the rest. It's as part of a short rest.
Okay. So I can't do find familiar and cook the food and...
Yeah.
We don't need to find familiar.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't have to rest, but I have to rest mechanically to be able to do...
I
Temp
will
HP
say
doesn't stack, right?
it does not.
Yeah, so
And
we have
your-
a Twilight Cleric.
Your replenishing meal actually kind of does a lot.
Huh?
So as part of your chef feat, as part of a short rest, you can cook special food. At the end of the short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit dice to regain hit points regains an extra 1d8 hit points. AKA it's just extra free healing.
And so I was asking, do I have to physically take a short rest that would also interrupt the find familiar if I wanted to do the food? And it seems like the answer is yes.
Can Kai try to? He's gonna try to scribble out the diagrams that he saw, just for future references.
Sure. Can you go ahead and give me an Arcana check? As you all, I assume, are sitting down for your short rest.
Yes, I think we're gonna take a short
He's
rest.
gonna
You
try.
all can get it. I do need a blight save from everyone at advantage, but a blight save nonetheless.
Can I have Gusti help me?
Yeah.
First piggy boy.
So as part of a short rest, you can roll up to half of your hit die. So 4
That's
for
not
all
a
of you.
d20.
Oh, shit.
Here's a d20 for you.
Also, I believe you
roll
get a
that one.
d6 for your hit die. Or d8, Druid?
Druids get D8.
Yeah, d8 Druid.
Only one at D6.
So
What's your
you can
con?
roll up to 4 d8 and heal that amount, Nawa.
Hold on, no, because he's on
What's
level
yours?
2.
I'm at level
17.
3, actually.
Oh, I took it down. You're level 3. Before we went in the cave,
Yeah, because you wouldn't be
did
able to
remove
see.
curse.
So I'll do blight save here. You are at level 2.
Okay.
So you'd be going up to level 3
Whatever
because
y'all
you got
say.
removed. You got removed curse. So,
Exactly.
what did you get, Natalia?
18.
Saves. Valdove?
What? I'm at level 1. What modifier am I using?
Going to level 2? Strength.
Oh, 12.
So
Fail.
for a level 2, you do a constitution.
Level 2 to
and-
3?
Yes.
Dex.
Fuck. 12. Yeah, I know.
26.
23.
So you two do get to regain hit points off your short rest, but both of you go up in blight. You, Valdove.
Can I or can I not? Should I or should I not?
You, Valdove. Oh, sorry. You lose 10 current and max HP. The frog blink. Pygmaeus, your speed is halved and your vision is limited to 15 feet, as well as around you, many of your allies start to smell of sage once again.
You're still at 0. Yeah. Okay, good for you.
Can I flash
Are
or
we
change
still
this or
at
not?
1?
For them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you may.
Please
It has to be one of them.
do this guy.
So I'll do Pygmaeus.
So never mind, Pygmaeus. You stay at level 2, you are good.
Yeah, because level 3 is awful.
Did we do the?
You're at nothing right now?
Did you do the
Or you're
meal
at
thing?
2?
So all of you, on top of whatever hit dice you roll, get to roll an extra d8 and heal that.
Does that count as short rest healing?
Yes.
So can I double it?
What lets you double it?
Perioperative wound closure.
Yes, it counts as short rest healing. And then,
I did not...
would you go on your Arcana?
17.
17? So, on that 17, especially as Gusti is helping you and looking over the various things, noting down important parts, he looks at you, and especially with the way that the runes are glowing and shifting, and what you've managed to decipher, you understand this while you're not certain to at the very least be some kind of engine that is still running.
Yeah. I think Kai is starting to think that...
Valdove and Pygmaeus, can I get a history check from both of you?
I think Kai is starting to think that perhaps this is still a hypothesis.
Both of you do not have to roll these at disadvantage. This is part of your rest.
Yeah.
Poggers.
That the blight is like the waste product, like the pollution caused by whatever this engine is, and it's just like a little flicker in his mind. I don't know if he fully believes it yet, but that's what he's starting to think right now.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can ask Arya what she thinks.
History. Arya's got some thoughts.
Arya does in fact have some thoughts on what the blight is.
I got an 18.
18, Pygmaeus.
30.
30?
I'm just fucking with
Okay, I
you.
was like, what the?
20, a nat 20 plus 4.
Nat 20.
Give it up.
Your lore.
Give me your lore.
We have an 18 and a 20.
So,
You know how close rolling a 14 is to a nat 20?
you you think back and cannot remember much from your time researching this stuff. I mean, it's really outside your field of study, and to be entirely honest, even with you said not nat 20 or 14?
I had an 18.
18, that's what it was. Totally wrong. With an 18, all you know is that this is starting to ring some bells. The nat 20, Pygmaeus.
Hey,
Thinking back, when you left your...
by the way, this is happening while Pygmaeus is on his back with his neck propped up against the wall, feet and knees one over the other, and the fez twirling on the stick, just because he's tough like that.
Hey, are you planning to tell this to anybody, or can I write it in pencil?
Huh?
What you learn, are you going to share it with the party?
I don't know. I'll figure that one out. Go ahead.
I'm
so sorry. That was so mean. Go ahead. Continue.
You spend some time thinking, looking at the various runes and the things that you've been piecing together. And especially when Kai earlier was talking about how this was some kind of mechanical device, you think back to when you first left your home, the devastation it caused, how it forced you away, and how you spent time in Greyhawk amongst the people who were worse off, the people who were forced here, who did not feel welcome. Amongst the communities, there were many people. But now that you start to think back on it, when you started moving up and started making your way into the academy and going on field research and doing your own studies into the Blight, you consulted old tomes and books from people that used to be at the university, spending time researching what they had done, picking apart their work to see what you could salvage for yourself. Amongst those tomes and amongst those books, there was a stamp and a person, a name, that after everything finally comes back into memory. Finn's work, from the few papers you actually read on him, were on spell engines. But he did not work alone. Notably, you remember somewhere in a byline in one of these papers, though high enough to note some importance, some kind of research partner by the name of Torrend. Both of them together, their research was on the creation of spell engines, works of mechanical might that could act as a wizard does, manipulating the weave.
I can do the funniest thing right now and just pretend like nothing came to mind.
I don't think that would help your party, though.
Can I tell you all something?
Yep. Wait. Is it gonna be helpful?
It may come as a surprise, but I have always been an orangutan. Now, I don't remember my mother, my real mother. However, the person who would come to raise me told me something. And I still remember it long after she has passed. And she told me, we are the universe manifest. We are cataloging everything it has created and everything that it will create. That human beings are the greatest thing to ever happen. I've always wondered why she said that, given that we both knew that the blight was not of nature's making. But now, in this short moment of lucidity, hello everybody, by the way, it's kind of fresh to meet you all again.
All right.
I believe we're in for, well, to put it mildly, you're not going to get your money when you come back. That is to say, Finn totally fucked us. Up ahead is a machine. And he explains whatever the fuck you just said.
Explains all the stuff of Finn's studies. Finn and his partner's studies, Finn Torrend, was on spell engines. These massive creations of metal and magic that could, like a person, manipulate the weave, but unlike a person, could do it constantly and sometimes at greater scale.
What he said. So that means you could write it down and canonically you heard it.
Up ahead, Natalia, as you come out of a rest, you realize that the path is not that much further. About 100 feet down, invisible to everyone else, but known to you with your dark vision, you see a door, or a massive one. Barely within view before, but now that blight has shifted and sigils glow just enough, a massive 10-foot tall double door made of what is clearly lead, with some kind of inscription over the top.
Can I see it from here?
The inscription, you cannot read it, but
Okay.
you can see like something carved into it with the door.
After Pygmaeus drops that information, Natalia will kind of absentmindedly look off down the path and then sit up a bit straighter. Oh, well, looks like the door is only 100 or so feet. But, there's something written on it.
Arya.
Just as a why not, do any of us recognize the name Torrend?
Give me a history check, all of you.
Normal?
Yeah.
With advantage?
You two with advantage.
Yes! Yes!
But because you are blighted, it's only one dice.
Nuh-uh.
Not for Valdove.
Oh.
Yes!
But we're resting.
This is not part of the rest. This is you getting up. Everyone else is at disadvantage.
Which one? Which one is going to
Picking
give me
which
in that
dice.
20? Which one?
18.
18 pretty good.
I got a 6.
Get that out of my face.
Told you which one to use.
Wait, let me see what that would have done. Was it this one?
No, that was this one.
So, 18, Arya.
7 or 6.
6. Natalia, did you roll?
Yeah, I got a 6.
Oh my god,
She
20!
doesn't know jack shit. Come on.
23.
Don't worry about it.
You've heard about it, or heard this name, because the artificer community is not huge. Torin is a name that you only recognize as an artificer in some nature, though you don't know exactly what he did or, much about him, as it's kind of like hearing about, trying to think of a name here, like Paul Bunyan, kind of like a tall tale.
Johnny Appleseed.
Exactly, Johnny Appleseed. Like these people that
Thomas
were probably real, but maybe the stories of them have been
Yeah, the
exaggerated at this
lightning
point.
guy.
You've heard stories from Gusti that there was a man in Greyhawk named Torin who was just very good and very skilled at his craft. That's about it. You, on the other hand, having been in the academy, digging through papers for your own work, realize that you didn't really pay any mind to it at the time. But the reason that all vials have lead on them, the reason that there are so many safeguards of mechanical means and magic in certain areas of the academy is because Torin was the one who pioneered them. Torin, at least in the academy's sake, is a researcher who was well known for his spellcraft, not in the same way of a wizard does, but in a way that no one else truly understood how he was so good with machines. Most wizards looked down on it, saw it as almost a sense of cheating, using this thing outside of yourself to get magic done, but many couldn't help but revere the work he did.
AI haters.
You guys kind of get up from your rest, brushing yourselves off, with not much else to do, step forward on a mostly clear path towards this door. I have to ask, who here speaks Dwarvish?
I speak giant, which is the
You
opposite.
still have tongues up.
I
must
do
admit.
still have tongues up.
So you are fine, but does anyone else speak Dwarvish?
No.
Speak halfling, unfortunately. But yeah, I think Kai, he speaks halfling, so he doesn't see it. But I think Kai, he begins speaking out loud and says, "Well, the way that I construct my magic is usually through spirits. I communicate with the spirits that live in everything, and some are more powerful or more numerous than others. Some artificers use just the magic of machinations itself. But there are other, more unique versions who, I believe, pull from the energy and power of other planes. This Torin person, the way that his work has been constructed, reminds me of such artifice."
In the academy, it's coming back to me now. He's the reason we have all the mechanical safeguards for magic. The lead corked vials, lead doors. All these things that can mechanically stop magic. He was known for his machines. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, he was pretty looked down on for it, but he's truly the reason we know so much.
As you guys step forward and look at this door, none of you speak Dwarvish, but the line below it is in common.
Oh.
Starting with the Dwarvish. You read inscribed above this massive double lead door the words, like the tale of Prometheus of old, we bring fire to the masses.
Oh.
And in common below it, the road to the heavens and the path to tomorrow begin here.
We've Tower of Babbled ourselves into the tale of Prometheus.
As you guys look at it, unsure of what will lie beyond it, the lead itself not only blocking magic, but your sight, and the inscriptions above ominously hanging quite literally in the air above your heads. There's a moment of silence that falls over all of you as that kind of common understanding sets in. And that is where we're going to end this episode.
Oh no!
As we get ready to
Open sesame!
head into episode 7 of Project Crit, which will hopefully reveal much more. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time. See you later.